Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. What a interesting few days. So, Trump. Yeah, pardon Flynn. Now what? Flynn is so corrupt. What next? Hi, Helena Harrison. Hi, Robin Arvin. Just running a couple of minutes behind, not too badly, but you know, just a couple of minutes. It's a bit of a chaotic one. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Hi, Sherry Ann. Kamakaya. Hi. Oh, goodness. Hi to other people who may be watching. Yeah, I'm here. I'm present. Just I find I have the YouTube on silent because I find actually that your comments come up quicker on that one, which is strange. The video itself there's a wee bit of a lag with the video, but the comments go up. So yeah. Hi to everyone who's watching. Hi Greta. Hi Carter Mancy. So I'm going to look at Trump naturally. Flynn, what next? Where is Barr? I'm also going to look at the Biden transition. They've started getting on. They've started getting what do you call it? Security briefings, daily security briefings. Trump's given the go-ahead for that. Isn't that so nice of him? Hi, Karen Hardinge. And that's nice. Now, the open skies policy. For those who don't know about that, I'll explain there. The Open Skies Treaty. Trump's withdrawn America from that and ordered the claim scrapped. I'm going to read on. My husband seems to think they're going to slow that process down. And I'm like, no, he's going to get them stripped and actually sell the planes. Any sealed indictments on Trump. Any sealed indictments on Trump. Trump. I'm also going to read is the other day I put, will there be an independent counsel appointed? And there's a good chance of that. The other thing is also, will there be a grand jury? Be a grand jury formed to hear all these things. I think that will do to go on with. The reason Trump, I think, allowed the security briefings was that more and more GOP was saying you have to do it, but also he probably thinks he's gotten rid of anything he needs to get rid of in that area. There's backups of everything. Hi, Kathy W. Hi, Annie S. Yeah, he does. He does think he still won the election. So it's, yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. And hello to everyone else who's watching who hasn't come into the chat room. You don't have to if you don't want to. I appreciate you watching. And yeah. So so let's get into the usual. Oh, Sally Yates. Will Sally Yates be the AG? Let's have a look. She's on the short list. I think we're getting closer to the time where that is going to be announced. I think that's going to be probably one of the last ones they announce. And I think if it is her, they're holding off because Trump's going to go, yes, she was a horrible AG and she was actually sacked. She resigned and all that sort of stuff. So, she blew the whistle on Flynn. Okay, hi Dornamato. I said hello to Carnamancy, haven't I? Hi Bo Smith. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. If I haven't seen you here before, if I haven't just forgotten your name, well, you know, older lady brain. Hi to anyone in Canada. Hi to anyone in the UK. I'll kick it off with Happy Thanksgiving as well. For tomorrow, your time, it's the 26th here, so I know it's night time. So Happy Thanksgiving for the Thursday. And yeah, let's get into it. Hi, Debbie Fitzsimmons. What is going through Trumpy Dump's head? What's going on with him today? Yeah. Trumpy Dump, guides of the highest truth and compassion. Please place a protective board on this house to keep negativity and the intention. And thank you for giving me guidance and insight into Trump's state of mind. I have those vertical blinds and I open them a little bit to let some light in coming directly in because it's quite dark in here. A bit overcast today. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady. Hi, Uncover the News. Yep. Well, they had their approach and they've gone with it. They just want to try and do what's best. Oh, now look here. This was actually upside. This was actually facing up. It's the face in this deck where everything else is facing that way. This card is facing that way. And what card is it? Ta-da! Judgment. We'll use that as the shadow card. He's feeling judgment from quite a lot of the GOP senators and all that, and that's why he's finally caved on the security briefings. And the fact of the matter is, once the GSA finally opened up, he was going to get them there. But he's also feeling a lot of judgment from GOP senators. Assessment, assessment, assessment. He still thinks he can get the Supreme Court to assess the election and bring it to his favour. He's so stuck on that. I don't even think it's going to get that far now. It's been knocked back that many times. Wasted resources. Yeah, he's trying to hide evidence of not so much wasted as stolen. A lot of that, quite a bit of that money he diverted from other areas like the military and all that. Some of it went into overseas banks accounts, I think. He's trying to hide any evidence of that. And yeah. Oh, the other question I'm going to ask. The Secret Service has asked for agents to volunteer to move to West Palm Beach to be part of Trump's security detail. Trump's certainly, if he refuses to have one, fine, but they can't refuse him one. So, yeah. 10 of Pentacles, oh boy, his family money is in trouble. Family legacy, family money, it's all down the tube. The corporation, it's all down the tube. He knows that. You know? He's skating on thin ice. He's skating on thin ice. He is thinking of doing something which really, really it could put him into traitor territory. Not that he isn't already there. He is. Knight of Pentacles, and it is reversed. Just slow moving knight, is slow eating away at in his efforts to delegitimize the Biden win, which is a bit hard when Biden's just topped 80 million votes. It's upside down. So he's got legal troubles ahead. That's just the news he's going to get, the legal troubles he's got ahead of him. It's going to really slow down his efforts, but he's not going to. He's going to keep undermining people's belief, or trying to undermine people's belief. They're not going to buy it, but he has got so much legal troubles ahead. It's not funny. And he's worrying about that. He knows. 10 of Wands. Whippy. Quiet, Bubba. 10 of Wands reversed. The burden dropped. He's just given up. He's not even pretending to govern. He's the only thing he's doing is if he makes an administration decision, it's to totally create a pain in the ass for Biden in the next few years. The only he's dropped everything else that should be his duty up until and including the first half, up until 12 p.m. on the 20th of January, 2021. He's dropped any of those things. That's his duty. He's only doing administrative things that are going to leave a mess for Biden. Hi, Catherine Bush. If I haven't said your name, it's because I haven't seen it there. So, you know, when a page of swords reversed. He's got a lot of reversals happen today, hasn't he? He's really pissed off. He's really angry at some disappointing news he's had. I think it might be with the open skies. So I'll be exploring the open skies thing later, okay? And for those of you who don't know what the Open Skies Agreement is, or the Open Skies Treaty, it's a treaty that's been in place since 1992 between basically Europe, lots of countries in Europe and the US, where the US supplies vital information, security information, so that the European countries can plan flights and this, that and the other with safety. So I'll be looking at that a bit later. This is the coming in from the cold. Now this is out in the cold. This is moving on to new places, new families. So he's actually accepted that he's not going to be there. He's accepted that, but he's still going to view himself as president. So he's preparing to move on to a new home, which of course is either Mar-a-Lago or overseas. I keep getting that. He's going to try and skip the country, but won't work. So he's preparing to do that. Three of Pentacles. He's talking to a few people. He's talking to a few people about the money he's hidden. So, yeah. He's talking to a few people who have helped him hide some money and stuff. So anyway, that's enough for Trumpy Dump and how he's thinking and what he's doing. He's definitely skating on thin ice there, isn't he? Hi, C. Smith. If you can hear it in the background, I've got some guitar music playing in the background. It's one of my favourite things. I like to hop on. There's a channel called Yellow Brick Road, which I subscribe to, and they have lots of different gorgeous music that you can click on and just play. I like to have it on in the background if I have someone and I'm doing a reading for someone. Yeah, it's nice. That few different pieces of information, music that I like of theirs. Okay. Gas Black is a great movie. Anyway, let's move on. What's next on the list? Oh, Flynn. Trump has pardoned Flynn, which we all knew he would do. But the fact is, Flynn was charged with a serious crime, lying to the FBI. Yeah, so Trump's pardoned Flynn, so he's going to, you know, get away with that. But what's next? Is Flynn going to be skipping happily off down the road in a wave of rainbow lollipops? Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows for the rest of his life. Let's have a look. I have an idea that that's not going to be the case. Hi, Tara S. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Dawn Amato. Anyone got a question? I've already written down any secret indictments on Trump, and we'll look at that one. Can't remember who asked that one, sorry. Hi, Catherine Crissey. Hi, Clarence. So Flynn, what is next with Flynn? I might do a cross on him. Oh, Greta, I think you already are a moderator, aren't you? I thought you already were. Add moderator. Oh, okay. You're not. Okay. There you go. I actually already thought you were a moderator, Greta. But yeah, you are now. Thank you. Hi, Tara S. Oh, hi, Teresa Buster. We're going to have a look at what's in store for Flynn. Now, he's got his pardon. Hi, Annie S. Okay. Okay. Michael Flynn, God's high truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me find insight and clarity into the issue of Michael Flynn's future. Thank you, Sharon Lee. I thought you were, Greta. I thought you were a moderator, but somehow I must have just intended to do it and forgot. That's all right. Things happen. Oh, what's happened here? I'm flipping over the cards. Oh, universe. And it is ta-da! The Hangman. His life's going to go on pause for some reason. There's going to be a bit of a pause in his life. It's interesting. I'll take that as a significant. But on the bottom, there's inability to settle down, inability to balance a few things. He's going to find it quite hard because Trump may have forgiven him, but there's a lot of people who haven't. Let's have a look. What's his challenge now? Oh, abuse of power card. Now, his challenge is to heal. A lot of relationships were busted, and he's going to try and heal some of those relationships. But his challenge is, you know, this is healing from abusive behavior and stuff. But his challenge is not just trying to heal some busted up relationships, but to avoid more charges. What's at the base of this reading for him? He wants to move on. He wants to move on, but he's not going to be able to. Like I said, a pause, stuck, his challenge is trying to heal and get away from this. He wants to move on, but he's not going to be able to. Poor Boo. Poor Boo. It's for objectivity, guides, and universal spirit. Asking for objectivity. But yeah, no, he's not going to be able to move on. It's not going to be the easy road he wants. I try to avoid, what do they call it, Schadenfreude. The past, what is about his past is going to continue to haunt him, and that is his partnerships, his relationships with Erdogan, and also his relationship with Trump, his ongoing relationship with Trump, and Trump's pairing up to try and get him off the hook completely and then pardoning him. So his relationships with people, especially Erdogan. What is above this man? Ooh, the burden. He's going to be carrying a burden, and he's going to be carrying it for a long time. Hi, Judy Malley. Lovely to see you. Happy if you're in Canada as well. Happy Thanksgiving if you do Thanksgiving in Canada. I don't know if you do. So, yeah, he's going to be carrying the burden of this mess for a long time. I don't wish ill on anyone. I don't wish bad on anyone. I wish justice on people. And if that means that, you know, he carries a heavy burden, he carries a heavy burden. What is in the immediate future for him? Well, this is, of course, the pardon in his immediate future. Oh, I'm out of the cold legally. You know, he was out in the cold. He was guilty. He's, you know, so he's feeling quite happy because he's out of that legal coldness. But the thing is, if he gets caught in for any further questioning on this matter, he can't plead the fifth or anything. But he feels like he's been let in from the cold. Yeah, this is just in his immediate future, right? You know, what's in his environment? Okay. Colossal mistakes, unwise actions. They're going to come back and haunt him. Lack of wisdom, foolishness, and legal jeopardy. The high priest is reversed. All of those things are in his environment. He's not out of the woods. He thinks he's in out of the cold. At least he might be for now. But, you know, there's all this other stuff in the background that he's going to have to deal with. What do other people see? Well, this is quite simple. They see someone who's used his rank. He was a one-star general, and his status in the military and his status in the world of security as in a mercenary way. So they see someone who's just basically a mercenary. Hi, be kind to all. Night, Clarence. Hugs and love to you too. So they just see someone who's a mercenary. Hopes and fears. He's hoping that he can pull off a few miracles and manifest the future he wants for himself. But of course, he's fearing that he's not going to be able to do that. So what are his outcomes for Michael Flynn? Ooh. Group work and dirty money. This is going to come back and haunt him. Deals that he's made. You know, this is also the card of them. He's a masonry. They build masonry, build solid things, solid walls, solid foundations, things like that. And those foundations have been really undermined now because all of his overseas contract, they're not going to be able to trust him because he's going to be under surveillance for the rest of his life probably. And so all these deals that he made with various players in other places, yeah, not going to happen. And also there's going to be some stuff coming out about some dirty money there. He's having a minor celebration, of course, with his pardon. I think he might be thinking of going down to Florida. This could be Mar-a-Lago. A lot of people read this as Mar-a-Lago as well as the White House. I think Trump's going to want him close, so I think he might be moving down there with Trump. You never know, they might shack up together. Wasted resources, vanity, lack of wisdom. This is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, lack of, you know, wasted resources. Lack of resources, having to be dependent on someone else. Yeah, like I said, a lot of these deals he had and this money that he's made, it's gone. So this is going to be dependency on another person as well. Yeah, here it is. It's not really a victory. And here it is, the paused momentum, stopped momentum. He's really going to be in a limbo-like state. He's not really going to be able to go very many places. He might even be put on a flight watch list. You know, just things like that. So pause momentum. He's going to be basically stuck. And there's 3 cards that have said that. The Hangman, pause. The 6 of Swords, pause. Not being able to go anywhere, not being able to transition rough water. And the Chariot, reversed, paused momentum. So basically he's going to be, if he moves down to West Palm Beach, that's basically where he's going to be stuck, Florida. Or he'll probably be able to travel somewhere around the US, but international travel and things, he's going to be watched closely, and he knows that. So don't be too upset that Trump's pardoned Flynn. It's something we could all see coming, and if and when he pardons Bannon and Manafort, I'll read on them too, and Stone. But I'll wait. I'm not going to read on that yet. Hi. Hi, Cat M. Hi, Laura Carson. Now, what's next on the list? Where is Bar? Where is Bar? Has anyone heard where Bar is? He's very quiet, isn't he? It's always lovely to see your name there, Laura. Where is Bar? He's been very quiet. The words that went through my mind was clearing out his office, but not just putting stuff in a box either. Putting stuff in a... Hi, Linda B. Oh, yeah, I've not got no doubt, Linda B, that Trump's going to pardon his friends, and I'll do readings on them when that happens. But at the moment, hi, Tara Rayner. At the moment, I'm going to... I said, where is Bar? This flipped out. So interesting. I'll put that up there. So I'm going to ask my guides of the highest truth and compassion for some clarity and some objectivity. And thank them for their help in into the situation. Moving Bar. He's getting ready to try and sneak away, but it's not going to work. That's reversed. He's also preparing to stand his ground. Yeah, she's on suicide, because Ghislaine Maxwell is on suicide watch. Hi, Estelle Harrington. Haven't seen you in a little while. Well, no, I have, haven't I? Yeah, hi, Whitby. Everyone says hello. Yeah, want to say hello? Yep. Yep. Want to come say hello? Okay, before we hit Bar, I'll go get him so he can say a quick hello. Come here. Come here. Come here with me. Come here. Yeah. Come here, sweetheart. Ricky, come to Mama. Come to Mama. Come here. Come to Mama. Come to Mama. Come up. Come sit on Mama. So, yeah, you want a treat? Hey, look at this. Say hello to everyone. Say hello. Say hello to everyone. Say hello, everyone. Here he is. Okay, we'll get your treat. Come on. There you go. There you go. Hey, where do you think you're going? You're going outside after a treat. Oh, bless him. Cameo's been very camera shy. I don't know what's going on with her lately, but hi, Valerie Hyde. Welcome. Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's the sweetest little doggy. Okay. Bar, where's Bar? Preparing to stand his ground. He's going to try and see how much he can get away with, but it's not going to be a lot. He's stopped communicating with as many people as he can. He's just, yeah, he's scared. He's scared to talk to anyone. I think he's becoming a bit paranoid. He's not talking to other people. I think he's becoming a bit paranoid. This is like standing his ground, setting boundaries, holding communications between himself. I think he's actually becoming a bit paranoid. He's looking at things that tie him to Trump. He's looking at things to try and, when I said it, he's cleaning out his office. He's really cleaning out his office. He is, yeah, this telling communication. He'll only talk to people when he has to. Ooh. He regrets nothing. He regrets nothing, and he thinks he's only gained. Oh, thank you, Laura Carson. He is beautiful. He is beautiful. Yeah. Hi, Deborah Costro. That's a lovely comment. Thank you. He is a real treasure. He is a real treasure. If hubby would ever let himself be seen on camera for you guys, I would sit him down and you'd see hubby, and then I'd put Whitby in his arms and you'd see hubby light up from inside. So anyway, he regrets nothing. I had to go, I think I've told the story before, that I had to go over to Queensland for a family wedding. I was gone 10 days. Whitby was only like 6, 8 weeks old. He wasn't very old at all. So for 10 days it was Whitby and James, and that in that time we'd only had him a week or two, 2 or 3 weeks or something, and in that time that bond is unbreakable. That is unbreakable. Oh, yeah, paranoia. He is so scared of whistleblowers coming out, or people coming out. He's scared. He's really scared. This is why he's cutting off communication. This is why he's really scared that this spy in the camp. He's had spies in the camp everywhere. He's really scared they're going to turn on him and come out and tell his secrets. His abuse of power. He was achieve his aim. The end justifies the mean from day one. And this is, it's really starting to fill his mind what the kickback from this is going to be. He regrets nothing, but he's had enough and he wants to go home and he wants to heal from this. And it was a very, very abusive situation, but it was a very abusive relationship and he wants to walk away from it. But it was mutual abuse. Okay? It was an abusive relationship in that he and Trump combined their powers together to abuse others. But he's happy to walk away from it. He wants to go home. He's tired, he's old, he's ill. And he really does just want to go home and just start living life away from it. It's not going to be that simple for him. He's amassed money. But also, this is the King of Pentacles. It represents money, power, rule, and stability. But so many of his children work at the White House or in the administration or has something to do with it. And all that's going to stop. So this is like he's been trying to amass as much as possible while he's been there as the head of the family. One of the reasons he did this was to further his family's interest. I don't think he's really done that. But yeah, so that's another reason why he wants to go. He thinks that he's done enough to further his family's interest. Oh my God. Oh, on Cover the News, I just saw that comment about Trump prior. I don't think that's ever going to happen. No. Here he is with the paranoid thing again. The second line is just paranoia, paranoia, paranoia. Oh God, people are going to look. They're going to look into every little thing. They're going to look at everything I did. They're going to go back years and years and years. He's really, really scared. You know, they're going to look at everything, details, details, details. He doesn't want them doing that, but he's really scared of what they're doing. That's what they're going to do. He just wants to go home. He wants to basically retire and be a loving grandpa. And basically, before he put his hand up to be Trump's Attorney General, this was his second whack at Attorney General, and apparently he was just as bad the first time round. Well, no, not as bad, but he was not the best Attorney General the first time round. But he just wants to go back to being loving grandpa at home. Is that going to happen to him? No. But he's just preparing. He wants to go away and hide. He wants to put it all behind him. He regrets nothing he did. And he's going to stand there and say that for the rest of his life. He feels like he did the best for his family. But he's really paranoid. He's really paranoid. So it's, yeah, his state of mind is not very healthy. I'm going to ask a very simple question. Will the Bar Association disbar him? Will he be disbarred? Got my yes, no cards here. Oh, yeah, look, he's going to be held accountable. Will he be? Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oh, be kind to war. That's an interesting thing. Yeah. So let's just look at Barr first. It's interesting. Even Trump and Rudy disavowed this Sydney Powell person. I feel sorry for her for some reason. Not in the way that is, you know, oh, I'm sorry for what's she's going to have happened to her. She's going to have stuff happen to her, and she fully deserves whatever is coming to her. But there's something about her that I think there's something wrong with her health, seriously, with her mental health. So she's barely holding it together. So that's where I feel sorry for her. I feel like she's got something coming that's really bad health-wise. But I don't feel sorry that she'll get whatever it is she gets coming to her in the way of justice. Every time I see her, it's just like that overwhelming feeling of, you poor thing. But Will, okay, guides of the highest truth and compassion, please offer my thanks for any help to gain your means gaining insight as to whether or not William Barr, the current Attorney General under Trump, will be disbarred. Oh, they are looking, that's a maybe. No, that's a yes. The Empress is a very yes. There is an abundance of evidence for this to happen. Yeah, as I said, there's this, that, yeah, they're looking at things, they're balancing what, you know, they're really looking into details into this. And there's definitely discussion happening as to whether or not this should happen. Maybe. Queen of Wands, yes. Queen of Cups, emotional news, panacea. Eight of Swords, that's a no card, but there's a lot of yes and maybes there. And he's really, really put himself in this position himself. He's painted himself into this corner by his own actions. And this too makes more sense now by his own efforts of manipulation of the truth, of the law, of everything in order to benefit himself and Donald Trump. He's put himself into the position of being Nine of Pentacles. Yes. The Hangman. That's a maybe. Definitely a suspension of his license, possibly. Four of Cups. An offer he's not going to want to have. I think yes. I really do think yes, he's going to be disbarred. If not disbarred, his license is going to be suspended for a length of time that it's not going to matter. By the time the suspension is over, he's not going to be able to practice law anyway. He's either going to get disbarred or his license is going to be suspended. Or they're going to suspend his license while they investigate. Is that how they do things in the bar? Is there any lawyers there who know how the Bar Association works? Do they suspend your license while they investigate things? I'm pretty sure they can do that. You know? He's going to get an offer he doesn't want, so he's not going to be happy about it. Or diddums, but, you know, whatever happens, it's just, you know. Yeah. There's only one no card, the rest are yeses and maybes. So, yeah, if he doesn't get disbarred, because he doesn't live long enough for them to actually disbar him. But I think they're possibly going to suspend his license while he's under investigation. Should Rudy be committed? Oh, he's such a sad tale, isn't he? He is such a sad tale of Rudy Giuliani. It's like, I've got to wonder how much money did Trump give his mayoral campaign over the years? Is he doing it under duress? Did Trump bribe him for certain things? You know, it's obvious, it's coming out that he wasn't the big hero that everyone perceived him. But yeah. Who, Glenn Kirshner? You're talking about their Be Kind to War? I think I did Glenn Kirshner earlier, didn't I? Or no, I did a couple of Merrick Garland and somebody else, didn't I? The other day. And I did Merrick Garland, and I did another. I think I did. Okay, let's have a look. Will Sally Yates be appointed the AG? I've had no problem on my end with the video and all, so I can't remember. Somebody who was watching earlier on Wednesday, Sunday, can you tell me if I did Glenn Kirshner as the AG? He's got a new show on MSNBC. Yeah, I've been watching his podcast. But did I look at him as an AG? Well, Sally Yates guides the highest truth and compassion. Insight, clarity, and the question of whether Sally Yates appointed AG. Oh, the card flew out. There is going to be a change for her, a change of fortune. A good one. So that's a yes. Wasn't she Deputy AG? Queen of Swords, that's a maybe. Call forth an answer for your actions. Page of Swords is a yes. But it's also disappointing news for her. 10 of Wands, that's no. Judgment is a yes. 8 of Wands is a yes. Lots of communication there. Page of Pentacles, offer of a job. Queen of Cups. She's someone that's going to be needed for healing. And the Sun. I think there's a good chance she will be the AG. And I think she's going to be someone who, they're going to need someone in there who can not only do the job, but can help heal. And as Biden said, he doesn't want people in there who are going to tell him what he wants to hear. They're going to tell him what he needs to hear. Now, everyone's saying, oh, is Biden going to pursue, is he going to let everyone off? Is he just not going to pursue people for their actions? The fact of the matter is that that sort of instruction thing is not his job. Everyone's gotten so used to Trump saying, I want this investigated and that and that investigated. That's not his job. That wasn't his job. He shouldn't be doing that. And Biden shouldn't be doing that. Okay? To let someone off or not is not going to be Biden's job. Biden's job is to run the country, run policy, make sure that things are done best. The DOJ are going. It is the job of the DOJ and possibly other intelligence services to pursue investigations into these people, into Trump, into Barr, into other people. Hello, Wildheart. Haven't seen you here before. Interesting. Barr is visiting small town police and deputising officers. Is he really? Well, Mm. So that's what what he's going to do is, he's a nice guy. He knows he's a nice guy. But he knows if the countries deal properly, certain people are going to have to be investigated and they're going to have to be called to answer for their actions. But it's not his job to do that. It is his job to appoint the people who will do that. They're not going to go after somebody just because Biden tells them to. He might say to the new AG, whoever it is, oh, I wish that I'd really like to just let all this go and get on with running the country. And the new IG, any person of integrity, will say, you can't let it go, but then it's not your job to let it go. Or order it. It's my job to pursue this. It's not your job to pursue it. It's my job to pursue this. Your job is to bring our country back out of the darkness by allowing everyone to do their jobs. Biden has so far appointed people who are very good at what they do. So he won't interfere, and he shouldn't interfere. There will be investigations, trust me, there will be investigations. And Biden will not interfere. He will allow the AG to say things. Because, yeah, he will do his job and let others do theirs. Presidential Crime Commission Committee. I'll ask that question. Be kind to all. Is there going to be a Presidential Crime Commission? Will there be a Presidential Crimes Commission? I know that the House has been calling for it. Adam Schiff's been calling for it. What they're going to have to do is make sure it's bipartisan with equal number of Democrats and Republicans and independents, if there's any independents on it. So make it truly across the board. Independent, Republican, Democratic. No more on one side than the other. I think 3 of each. Okay, will there be a Presidential Crimes Commission? Justice. That's a maybe. That's justice. The world. That's a yes. You know what? I think there's going to be world leaders saying this really has to be looked into because this is beyond the pale, what he's done. He's not only affected your country, but ours. He's not only affected your country's security, but our country's security. So Biden's going to be, you know, having ambassadors visit him or world leaders calling him direct. Wheel of Fortune, that's a yes. That's unusual because I don't have reversals in this deck, but this has come out reversed. 7 of Swords. The sneaking away, getting away with it. It's reversed. So normally this would be a no, but this is a yes. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get away with it. Ace of Swords, the truth will come out. There's going to be some sort of commission, definitely. Page of Wands, people talking about the actions of others. Critical decisions. Critical. This is a critical the decision on this. So decision. King of Pentacles. There's going to be resources provided. Queen of Swords called forth an answer to the action. Yes, I don't know what it's going to be called, but there is going to be something, whether it's a Presidential Crimes Commission, whether it's a grand jury being convened to hear evidence. And you know how long they can go on for years, grand jury. So it's going to be something. He's not going to get it. His time in office is going to be scrutinized. Do not worry. Whether it is natural justice that catches up to Trump and his buddies, or legal justice, or a mixture of both, and I think it's going to be a mixture of both. Don't stress. Don't be surprised if you don't hear much. I think it's going to be something they'll come out and say, yes, there's this, these investigations are happening. But, you know, so that people know. And you might get reports every now and then. But it's going to take a long time to go through the mess he left and to track down everything he did. And it's not something you'll get daily reports on. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Now, the sealed indictments. Are there any sealed indictments on Trump? I'll do that one. And then how about we move on to something else? A grand jury. I've just said, I pretty much answered that question. There'll either be a crimes commission or a grand jury formed. Okay. Are there sealed indictments? Are there any sealed indictments on Trump? Hi, Wendy Kay. Court. Maybe. King of Pentacles. That's a yes. King of Wands. That's a yes. These guys are judges. These guys are judges. They're judges. Queen of Swords. That's a big yes. That's a big yes. You know me with the Queen of Swords. Called forth, answer for your actions. Do I chop your head off or not? Tell me why I shouldn't. Ace of Pentacles. Stuff coming out about money. It's going to be about money. I think there's indictments for the campaign fraud. Definitely. Three of Wands. Yeah, ships coming in. Or the chickens coming home to roost. Reap what you sow, buddy. Reap what you sow. That's it. His chickens are going to turn to emus and kick his dunny down. Yep. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a no card, but it's the devil. He is going to have the devil to pay. Dirty money. Dirty money. Dirty money. Legal. Need help. Legal help. Yes, there are sealed indictments. And I think there's actually going to be quite a few more than we think. Now, WPB. I've written at the bottom here, SS has agent WPB. I have no idea what I've written. Oh dear. Oh dear. I cannot understand the last line on my little notebook there. Oh dear. Okay. How's the Biden transition going now that they've been signed over to? How's the Biden transition going? I'll do a cross on them so they can look at some challenges and all this. So the Biden transition. I'm using this deck. It's the Llewellyn Tarot. It's a gorgeous deck, absolutely beautiful. So, hi, Sandra Henderson. Well, we don't do Thanksgiving over here in Australia. We do, however, have the Black Friday sales. Any excuse for a sale, I guess. Hi, GM Dave. Okay, let's have a look. How is the Biden transition going? What's on the bottom? Four of Wands. Well, minor celebrations that they can actually get into and get into, you know, get offices sorted and things like that into the White House here. Minor celebrations about this move to help them get in. 10 of Cups. This is not for once the Republican Party for me, because often I've always said the rainbow in the 10 of Cups is an illusion. The Republican Party, as they are, it's an illusion. They're not the true Republican Party as they were and as they, you know, yes, they need update. But this is not. This is happy families. He is building a family, a cabinet and a family and a White House family. He's building it. He's getting on with it. He started building it even before, you know, the GSA signed off. But now there's even more they can do. He's able to do things to get that family settled into their jobs quicker. So that is good. What is the challenge? The challenge is to not be surprised with anything and be ready to deal with anything that Trump's going to dump on their lap in the next few months. So Trump's going to try and make things difficult and, you know, hard. And so this is going to be their challenge. They shouldn't have to, but they are going to have to deal with stuff that Trump dumps on them in the next 2 months. Because, you know, he's going to try and make things difficult with the open skies and all that. At the base of this, wow, this is like, this is the Queen of Swords, but I think this is the transition, getting things ready for confirmation hearings for the cabinet posts and things like that. This is the transition team. This is one of the biggest things they're dealing with at the moment, is getting people ready so they can face the Queen of Swords, the Senate, and face their Senate confirmations, because this lady is come forth and tell me why you should be in this position. Why should we grant you the privilege of having that position? Oh yes, in the past, what they've done in the past, they got the Empress, they got a lot done even before. They have an abundance of information to go through now and in the past, but they got through a lot in the past, a lot more than you'd think. But also they know that the past actions of 45 is going to leave them with an abundance of problems to resolve and go through. So they're also getting information on that and getting their ducks in a row on that sort of thing. So, you know, they know that they're going to have an abundance of issues to deal with. I don't have reversals in this deck, but something's come out again. Reversed again, so I stay reversed, and this is the 10 of Wands, but it's reversed. So yes, there is a burden that's been placed upon them, but they're going to be able to lighten that burden, because they're going to have strong picks as deputies and you know, the people directly below the cabinet positions and all that, the deputies and the assistant deputies and all that sort of stuff. They're going to have strong people doing it. They're going to be able to share that load. They're setting it up so that they can do that. It's still going to take time. I've noticed in this Tower card that there's a harp floating. You know, the harp looks like the most awkward thing, but all these different strings with all these different noises for each different string. But when it works together, the harmony and that comes out of a harp is, you know, glorious. And Trump's, of course, the challenge is Trump is trying to disrupt that harmony. So, okay, in their immediate future, they're preparing their borders. They do feel a little bit embattled already by Trump's, because of the delays and everything in the transition's formal beginning. But they're setting up their boundaries, they're setting up their defenses, they're getting ready to go into battle. Bring it on. Basically, they're going to send a message to him is, bring it on, bring it on. You'll throw it at us, we'll fix it. What's in the environment around there? Okay, the Magician. They have everything in their environment that they need. Yeah, they have everything in their environment that they need now to get on with the job and do it. Oh my goodness, there's a phone call. Just hang on for a moment. You got it? Hey? You know how to do a callback? What?
I'm getting the receiver.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you're the master of the technology.
You know, even Whitney loves being on camera. He came in and said hello earlier. Whoever it is, probably a nuisance call. Okay. Message bank is full, so nuisance call. Sorry, hubby's not. If it requires pushing a button to find something, he's not good at it. But love him anyway. Okay, so they have everything they need now to get in there and do the job. And they just have to do it. And they know it. And they've got that, we can do it. You know, this is Biden heading, chief magician, heading it up. And he's saying, we can do it. You know, you as cabinet, you give it everything we need to do the job. What do other people see? A much needed change of fortune, a much needed change. Biden and Kamala Harris, much needed change, and a change for the good. Well, the hopes and fears with the Biden-Harris administration. Look, there are going to be things that are going to be keep them up, that it's going to cause anxiety. Some of the things they're going to have to deal with. So their hopes is they'll be able to deal with all these things that can cause anxiety, and that they won't find too much that can cause anxiety and keep them up at night. But the fear, of course, is that, you know, there's going to be a shitload of stuff that's going to, you know, I think there's going to be quite, in the first 6 months, I think there's going to be quite a lot of long nights in a lot of departments and a lot of late night meetings. The outcomes, judgment, and fresh start. You know, there are judgments that are going to be made, that are going to have to be made by different people in different cabinet positions. Some they're going to pass by Biden, some they're not. And they're going to be making some of these judgments in the transition period, which is a time to make some of them. But there's a lot of support. It is sort of going to be a family where somebody in one cabinet position, say somebody at the DHS, is going to be able to go and talk to the Secretary of Defence or the National Security Advisor. The support amongst the different departments is not going to be so much they're going to interfere with another department's running, but they'll be comfortable going and talking to each other where they can, and asking advice of each other or things like that. And it's going to be the same with housing and with education and with the Treasury. There's going to be an environment of, we're here. If you have questions, if we have expertise you can use, we're willing to give it. So support for each other, not just that's your thing to run, you run it. It's not going to be, oh, you've asked us questions, so we're going to come in and take over. No, you've asked us a question, you want some advice on this, so here's the advice. So it's going to be good. Six of Pentacles, a lot of sharing of knowledge, a lot of sharing of wisdom. Again, that goes right in with the Three of Cups. And this is happening now. This is during the transition. So this is the sort of thing that's happening now. And taking their time with some things. This is the Knight of Pentacles. They're not going to rush something. There are some things that they know going to take a lot longer to prepare for. So they're willing to take their time with that and put some things on the back burner for the moment as far as looking into what each of their responsibilities needs and stuff. Okay, this is, at the moment, this is not the priority sort of. So then they're not afraid to take an issue that will need to be dealt with in the future, but they're prioritizing things, I suppose you could say. What can go on the back burner a bit? What can take a bit longer to address, and what needs to be addressed more quickly? So they're prioritizing things as well. So they're doing a really good job, the transition team. They're working together, bouncing ideas off each other, asking advice, if you know, and even asking advice like, oh my goodness, look at this. This seems to be fitting in 3 different pots. You know, part of it is ours, part of it is this department, part of it is that department. So they're talking to each other at that, and how they maybe can deal with that, or what aspects can be dealt with, and maybe, you know, talking about, oh, we can form a departmental task force to look at this or that or the other and things like that. So they're looking at those sorts of things. Doing a good job. Ooh, to Joy, yeah. I'll look at to Joy another time. I don't think he's going to end up in jail. He's going to plead the I was just following orders thing. So nothing's going to happen then with him. So that was good. I thought it was good to do that. Now, the open skies. What's going to happen with that? Now, the fact of the matter is that Trump had a legal obligation to give Congress 4 months' notice of withdrawal from the Open Skies Treaty, and he did not do it. So, what is going to happen? Like I was saying earlier, hubby says the military, the Air Force, whoever takes care of those planes, they're going to find reasons to slow down the scrapping of these aircrafts and stuff. But not only has Trump ordered the scrapping of these aircraft, he also months ago got ESPA to ensure that there would be no funding for new aircraft. So he's been planning this for months. Yeah, thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll have a look at the Senate in Georgia as well. Guys, no problems there. I'll have a look there. And, yeah. Well, what's going to happen with the open skies? Okay. COVID-infected minks are rising from their grave and causing mass panic. Headline just came over my. I think I know what you think, Dawn, is that, you know, they weren't buried properly or whatever, and it's causing, you know, it's a risk. I just got this picture in my head of little zombie minks going. Yeah, I don't know if to believe that or not, Dawn. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi's been named Speaker for the next 2 years, but she has said that this will be her last term as Speaker. I think she's really going to be needed, which is probably why her, you know, her experience and everything is really going to be needed. Trump's pardoned Flynn, Sandra Henderson, Manafort, will he? I'm going to wait and see. And if he does pardon Manafort, then I'm going to do a reading on Manafort. And I'm going to do the same with Stone and with, what's the other ghoul face? Bannon. I think I need a haircut. I saw a picture of Bannon the other day, and my hair's starting to look suspiciously like his. I think I need a haircut. I don't want Bannon's haircut. So, open skies. What's going to happen with that? Will it actually come to? Will those not? You know, Biden said he. You know, I think Biden will say no. We haven't left. What's going to happen with the planes? Will the planes be saved? Will the planes be saved? Kinds of kinds. Question. Yeah. Change. There's going to be a change. Something. That's a no card. Temperance. Balance, harmony. That's a yes card. Harmony. That's an indication that at least the US will re-enter it. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, look, the transition team are talking to the Defence Forces now. They can about this issue, and they're working with them to find something. So there's going to be a change with the fate of the planes. Justice. Okay, this is legal issue. There's going to be, I think there's going to be a halt put on destruction of those planes or scrapping of those planes, because the order, the withdrawal was not legal. Page of Swords. Disappointment. Disappointment for someone. I think Trump might be disappointed in this. Ace of Wands. New ideas, new creativity, new energy. They might use this as, even if they've started stripping the planes out, that's going to stop. And they might use this as an opportunity to update some of the equipment that's in there. The Emperor, the rule of law is going to come into this here, because he did not inform Congress of this decision and give them 4 months notice. That's, he can't get around that. So the rule of law is going to stand. It's a bit of an battle. It's going to be a little bit of a battle, but it's going to, yeah. Four of Cups. An offer. Yeah, good. Look, no, I think the planes are going to be saved. I think the guys are really just going to take their time. Take the time. We'll just go slow, take our time on this. Blah, blah, blah. Not rush. Be a bit apathetic about it because, oh, well, you know, we're just going to get news back that they want the planes back. So let's just take it slow. So, you know, they'll start, but yeah. I hope I'm right on this reading. I think that there's going to be a pause on that, on the destruction of the planes. I said to James, I think Trump has plans to sell those planes before he leaves office. He's already made deals, not so much with what's in them, but the planes themselves, or even, you know, he's scrapping. It takes you don't just go in and scrap these planes overnight. What was Rachel Maddow said? Take them to a crusher where everything gets crushed down into a little box. No, you can't just scrap these planes overnight. And he didn't say destroy. He said discard. I think he's made a deal to sell these planes to another country before he leaves office. But that's not going to happen. Has he made a deal? Let's see. Has Trump made a deal to sell these planes to another country? Has Trump made a deal to sell these planes to another country? Entertainment purpose only, treat YouTube, which I always put at the front. Okay. Eight of Cups is a no. Four of Swords is a maybe. Seven of Cups is a maybe. Page of Cups is a yes. This is abandonment of his own country's security and other countries' security. Knight of Wands, investigations, mile out of the highway. Four of Wands, that's a yes. Yeah, yes. Five of Pentacles. Someone who's not an ally, who's classed as an unfriendly. Made planes to sell these planes to an unfriendly. Nine of Wands. Six of Swords, maybe. Yeah, he has. He has. He's made a deal, but he's not going to be able to keep it. He's not going to be able to keep it. And he's going to want to get out of Dodge. I keep telling my husband, I told my husband, you know, and James is going, oh, no, they'll scrap these planes and they'll slow it down and all that, which I think they will. But he's actually made plans to deals to sell these planes to another country, but I don't think it's going to succeed. There's going to be a cease and desist order put on or something. Hi, Shelby Lisa. Oh, don't apologise for being late. Hi, Asantua. It's fine. You know, I don't expect people to drop everything and, you know, sit in front of your monitors just because I'm coming on live. I really appreciate that people do wait and they have plans to sit down and watch me, and I'm on their timetable for that, which I really appreciate and love as well. But I also understand that people have lives. Yeah, I adore you all. I presume you all adore me. But I don't demand it. People have lives, and sometimes people can't make a thing, or maybe they do and they don't hop on the chat. I'm just happy. Whoever is watching, hello, welcome. I'm so humbled. And of course, happy Thanksgiving for tomorrow, your time. Let's have a look. Senate races in Georgia. Let's have a look. What's going on there? Okay. We'll do Ossoff and Purdue first, which last time I read on them, it was really, really close. And then Loeffler and Warnock, which was a bit more favourable to Warnock. So let's have a look. What? No, there should not be reversals in this deck. Thank you, Judy Malley. Thank you very much. I'm just going to go through and take out any reversals that are in this deck which shouldn't be there, because this is not one of my reverse decks. I have decks that I reverse and decks that I don't. That's why it's in some decks, if I have a reversal come up and it's like, this isn't normally a reverse deck, that's why I take it as in. But yeah, let's have a look here. Let's just go through and turn over the cards. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I just pictured Trump as sloth. Oh, yeah, gross. Ah. There we go. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Okay, let's have a look at the Senate races in Georgia. Look at Purdue and Ossoff first. Ossoff on the left, Purdue on the right. Ossoff. Partnerships. Purdue. Ooh. So Ossoff got the Two of Cups, new deals, new relationships. Purdue got abandonment, turning the back on somebody, walking away. Ossoff. Plans for the future. Decisions to be made. Looking towards the future. This person is looking out over the water. They're contemplating what they need to be doing in the future. Also, tipping point, critical decision. Oh, sorry, Purdue, sorry. Wow. Also, ships coming in. Purdue, manipulation of the truth. critical decisions, manipulation of the truth, people walking away. Interesting. Oh, Ossoff, loss and regret. Purdue standing ground. Now, everything looked really good for Ossoff until this last card that I've laid down where he got loss and regret. And Purdue got standing his ground. Knight of Cups, an offer. The Chariot, momentum moving on. Yeah. Look, last time I read, it was going to be really close and Ossoff might scrape over. But this reading, it looks like Purdue's going to stand his ground and victory and momentum. But he's, even though people are walking away from him, it's also going to cheat. Yes, thank you. Reap what you sow. Assessment. They're going to assess it. There's going to be an assessment of his win. Knight of Swords. Legal chaos is going to ensue. But no, 10 of Cups. He's still going to win it. What's going on there? Judgment. Knight of Pentacles, legal. 7 of Wands, standing ground. Oh my goodness. Don't be surprised if that particular Senate seat fight ends up in court. Standing ground. I still see Purdue winning. There's a slight chance. That's at this stage. But I will have one more look because there's so much going on in Georgia with people stirring up things so much. It's not funny. Stirring the pot to such an extent. So I'll take one look at that a couple of days before the election itself. Okay. But I'll leave it until then. If you've been hopping over to my Facebook page, I have been so slack in doing anything on that. I'm sorry. I set to-do lists for myself with that, and it's just, yeah. It's, Ossoff won't cheat to win, no. There might be some legal challenges there, but yeah. I don't think they'll be able to prove anything, but I don't know. I'll do another read on that particular Senate race a day or so before. Was it January 5th? Okay, let's have a look at Loeffler and Warnock. Again, Warnock will be on the left and Loeffler will be on the right. Hi, Anne Rudd. Hi, Anne H. Okay. Warnock and Warnock. Queen of Cups. Very soothing presence. Loeffler, King of Wands. She's got Trump behind her. Support for Warnock. There is support for Warnock. Loeffler thinks she's sitting pretty and she's probably looking pretty good in whatever poll she's getting. An offer again, Knight of Cups again. This Trump interference, I think. Trump's, yeah, that's probably what Ossoff got too. Republican Party, happy Republican Party. Ooh, wish coming true for Warnock. Overflowing emotions in Loeffler. Change of fortune for the good. Not able to hang on. I think Warnock's going to win that one. And again, I will read it, read on it a couple of days before the runoff itself. Ossoff and Perdue, that's... Will Perdue be facing any kind of criminal charges before the election travels? I asked that question. I'll have a look. What am I humming? I have no idea what it is. Okay, will Perdue be facing criminal charges before the runoff election? That might be what the Eight of Cups was about, him walking away. He's certainly anxious about something. Certainly thinking about retiring, that's a maybe. The Nine of Swords is a no, but he's certainly anxious about something. He's certainly thinking about retiring from the race. So, no, this is a yes. Something to do with partnering up with somebody or some corporation or deals done. This is a no, but it's Five of Swords. He's anxious. There was an abuse of power on his behalf, by him somewhere. Justice. That's a big maybe. Yeah. Justice. Queen of Cups is a definite yes. Ace of Pentacles. Something about offers of money. That's a yes as well. Communications going to come in. Communications, that's subpoenas or indictments or something. King of Wands. He's hoping Trump can make it go away. That's wrong. That's a yes. Agenda, hidden agenda, that's a maybe. That's a yes. Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to send a Doberman pincher up your backside, buddy. Yeah, he could face charges before then. But, you know, I learned recently that you can be a felon and you can run for president. It's like, yeah, he might be he might be facing charges, but so I'll ask the question, will he actually have to withdraw from the race? Will he withdraw from the race? I think he's thinking about it, and that Eight of Cups was certainly an interesting card to get. Maybe it meant if he doesn't withdraw from the race, he will win. Look, that big yes on the bottom. That was on the bottom. Will Perdue withdraw from the race? Let's have a look. Because don't see him as successful and looking out for them, opening, you know, advocating for them. If he can do it, maybe, you know, other people can. Well, one thing I'm going to look at on Sunday is the OAN, One American News, and what is the other one, Newsweek or something they call it. I'll be looking at their futures. Yes, Fox and Trump are having a parting of the ways, and I'll look at that on Sunday as well. Oh, Tiger. Oh, sweetheart. I am so sorry. And there's this bouncy music in the background. I am so sorry to hear that. Please excuse me for a moment. Well, that happy bouncy music going off just as Tiger's given us the news about the death of her brother was about as well timed as a fart in an elevator. Tiger, I am so sorry. All of my prayers and love and positive energy to you and your family. And yeah, oh, I am so sorry to hear that. You know what? Let's put all this political crap aside for a while, okay? And how about I do some oracle cards on, you know, I'm so sorry, Tiger, I really am. And I've got this beautiful deck here. For those who don't read the comment, one of the people in the chat, or one of my subscribers, just let us know that her brother died Tuesday night from COVID. His heart gave out. You know what? Let's have a look at ways in which we can all help others heal, whether it's sending energy, yes, absolutely. Tiger has just commented, please wear masks and social distance. I am so aware of how lucky I am to be where I am. Please wear masks, social distance, wash your hands, do all those things you need to do. I'm so sorry, Tiger. I am so sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, put all the political crap aside for a while. What I'm going to do is we're going to draw some cards on how we can help others. It's a lot like that. Look, I was 6 years old and my little brother died. He was only 2 days old when he died. I have a very faint memory of my mum in the hospital and going to see my little brother. But it still tears me apart. I mean, it still tears me apart. And this was 48 years ago. And when I think about my little brother, it still tears me apart. His lungs didn't develop properly and he only lived for 2 days. So all these years later, it still tears me apart. So anyone who has lost somebody, and if you're watching or if you're going to be watching, if you have lost somebody to this dreadful disease or to any other disease, please be careful. I know people want to be together at this time of year in the US and people are traveling. And if you are traveling, please still wear those masks, still obey and do what the airlines tell you to do. Wear those masks, social distance, keep, even in the home. If you're going to hug someone, have a mask on, and if you're going to be there, at least keep some distance between each of you. I know you want to be together, and I know there are a lot of other countries where people are going to be able to be together at Christmas time and all that, and please just keep doing the right thing. Wear those masks. Now, let's see what healing energy I can send out to everybody. It never takes away your grief. It never takes away the grief. To me, the tears in my eyes are about my little brother, and I was 6 when he died, and I'm 54 now. It always wells up. And when I think about my dad who died 12 years ago now, it still wells up. I'm not going to say anything like it gets easier. I'm not going to say any of that stuff. Just that, you will get through a difficult time. Anyway, let's see what we can do for some healing. What each of us can do to help others with healing and sending what sort of energy we can send out there. Reawaken. It might be hard at the moment, but if you've lost a loved one, and there's lots of stuff about your past with them that you haven't thought about in a long time, reawaken those memories. Think about the good times you had and all that, and it might be, and don't let them sleep. If they go to sleep, if those memories fade into the background and go to sleep, reawaken them. They will always live on in your heart, in your soul, in your memory. Don't let those memories fade. Reawaken those memories. Okay? Reawaken them. mental repetition. This is, I've never seen this card before. It's like, keep reminding yourself you have to go on, keep talking, keep whatever mantras you have to say to move forward and move on. But know that in saying those things, it's not like you're aiming to forget, but you take a mantra and use it to help you. You never move on from those you love, but you continue living for them. So find whatever mantra you need to do, you know. Like still, you know, ensuring that you still keep them alive in whatever way you can. But don't let yourself, grief can hold you in a pause cycle, in limbo for a while. That's natural and it's normal. But don't let it hold you there. And if you find yourself being held there, use whatever mantra you need to get out. And let yourself be open up to healing, the healing thoughts of others. Let yourself receive healing. I'm not just talking to a tiger here. I'm talking to anyone who's lost a loved one, whether it's to this virus, whether it's to cancer, any other disease, whether it's a couple of days ago or whether it's years ago. Open yourself up to letting people help you heal. If they want to help you heal, you don't necessarily have to say, I'm going to tell you how to heal. Nobody can tell you how to heal. Your healing process is yours and yours alone. But if somebody says, I am sending you loving energy, I am sending you healing energy, I hope it helps. Be receptive to that. Open to receiving it. They're not trying to tell you how to do it. They're just sending you energy to help you do it in whatever way you do. Yeah, Estelle, you're right. Yeah. Oh, sweetheart. There's nothing there. No, once they're gone, yeah. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Tiger. And you're anyone else out there who's lost someone, you're welcome too. So I'm going to go a little bit longer, but we are not, and I repeat, we are not doing any more political stuff today. So, who would like to throw out something that is fun, that is going to help lighten everyone a little bit, and that's not heavy? Who would like, throw me something a bit wacky to read on, guys? Come on, throw me something a bit wacky to read on for the next 20 minutes. Okay, throw me something a bit wacky to read on for the next simply. Hi, Grandma dear. Grandmere dear, how are you? So throw me something. throw me something that's a little bit off the wall. What's LOFE? Tiger? How about LOFE? What's that? Life under the sea. Oh, what sort of life? Being able to live under the sea, alien life under the sea. Lemuria. What's that? What's Lemuria? Yes, everyone be careful. Wear masks. Stay socially distanced. If you do have people over, you know, you can play a virtual hug game. You know, not going to get too close. So my virtual hug, you can stand there and you can say, my virtual hug to you includes, and say what you want that hug to include. My virtual hug to Tiger includes loving, healing energy, wishes for her future. Atlantis, definitely, I'll do that. Wishes for healing and hope that she continues to find ways in which to celebrate her brother. That is my virtual hug to Tiger. Why don't you do that if you have people over and, you know, play the my virtual hug game and see what happens. Atlantis, I have never heard of Lemuria before. So is it the same as Atlantis? So I'm going to take it that it is. Let's see, what is a good deck to use for this? Under the Indian Ocean. Wow. How about I'll start off with Are They the Same Place? I actually did a unicorn reading on months and months ago on one of my just open, let's do, you know. So I did a unicorn reading on that. So let's have a look. What deck will I use for this reading? The Psychic Tarot, I think. We'll do that. Yeah. Oh, that thing in the Utah desert. Yes. Definitely want to have a look at that. What on earth is all that about? What is this deck on here? What is that thing in the Utah desert? I'll have a look. Has everyone seen the story on that? They're out doing animal counts or something. Goat counts, I think it was, something like that. And they came across this 14-foot high monolith made of metal or something. Is it an art installation? Is it something else? Is it a NASA navigation tool? They don't know. Yes, it is. Hi, Christine Thomas. Yes, it is the national animal of Scotland. And what was I? Bye, Sandra. You have a good night and happy Thanksgiving. So first, we will start with Lemuria and Atlantis. First, are they the same thing? Are Lemuria and Atlantis the same thing? Heart chakra. At the heart of the matter, yes. That's at the heart of the matter here. or hearts, shared hearts. Guides of the highest truth and compassion, please give. Thank you for helping me gain some confidence. Love begins. That's interesting. The heart chakra, love begins. Beating heart. They were both beating heart of their civilization. Love begins. Fertility. I get the idea that they were separate, but joined in that fertility, the Empress. The two populations, you know, a way of keeping the gene pool healthy. Material and spiritual prosperity, they both had that. They both enjoyed that, a level of material prosperity and spiritual prosperity. They were very much akin. Christine Thomas, do you do silk stuff as well? I think you mentioned you made scarves or something. Now, let's see. We've got 9. 9 of Wands. Suffering in silence. Suffering in silence and battle. This is the 9 of Wands. And so they shared their spiritual and material prosperity. They shared a lot. I get the idea they would do 2 different cities, very much alike. Suffering in silence. Power, 8, strength. They were both one was stronger than the other. Suffering in silence. Now, what I said about keeping gene pools healthy and all that could only go on for so long. I get genetic illnesses and underlying problems with health. Yeah. Silk paintings, yeah. Please, Christine, in the comments or something, or you can email me a link to your site. I'd like to have a look at the sort of stuff you do. Now, they both held a lot of power. They were both very strong, but one started to weaken, one held strength. New beginnings. So I think one of them, their population moved. I'm not saying they were geographically really close, but they were close enough to go to and from. So maybe a couple of 100 miles apart or something. But one of them, their population moved. New beginnings. They moved elsewhere. maybe onto mainland. They were on islands, so and population moved rather than overwhelmed. I think that's Lemuria. I get Lemuria with that. Triumphant success. Truth. They weren't the same place. The truth about what really happened may never come out, but one of the populations, and I get an idea, it's the people of Lemuria moved onto the mainland, went in. I think they realized the silent suffering, that they couldn't just keep breeding with Atlanteans or whatever. I think they realized that in order to survive, they had to move from that place of prosperity and spiritual growth, and they had to move in order to survive as a people. So they integrated with other populations. It was in the Indian Ocean. And prosperity begins. And in moving, they were successful in moving, and they created another prosperous civilization, bringing in different blood. Transformation. This is the change. I think this is Atlantis. Change, the death, mental conflict. Two of Swords, mental conflict. I don't want to say it, but I think with Atlantis, they did not move. They wanted to hang on to where they were, and interbreeding came in and really started to affect them. Patience, 14, temperance. I think they tried. This is Atlantis now. I've moved on from Lemuria. They moved on. They moved away, integrated and prospered into a new and different society. Atlantis, things changed there. There was deficiency, years of inbreeding and stuff. I think they tried to balance that out by trying to introduce people but it was too late. You know what I mean? Deception and envy. Breakdown within the society itself. They lost that spiritual thing, started fighting amongst themselves. It was just a matter of time for them. Just a matter of time. Basically, emotional withdrawal. Abandonment. This is like the Eight of Cups, this emotional withdrawal. They became more closed in, closed themselves off more and more and more, both mentally and physically. Spiritual strength. They isolated themselves. This is the Hermit card, I suppose. Spiritual strength. Well, it's not the Hermit card because it's not black. So this is Nine of Cups. No, Nine of Cups or anything. It's not cups. It's purple. Oh, Queens. Spiritual strength. They were relying on their spiritual strength and their resources for themselves to keep themselves going. Accelerated motion, movement. whatever happened really quickly. They really did try to regain a new balance as a society, but it wasn't happening. That happened really quickly. Their foundation and their celebrations, their homes, their victories, successes, all this changed really quickly. They were looking at picking themselves up and moving on. But yeah, look, shadow, obstacles and challenges, they couldn't overcome them. Yeah, basically Atlantis devolved into a society that basically brought ruin upon itself. This is the devil. And also they ignored signs as well. Yes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, yes. That was the physical destruction of the city, but they had devolved into such a closed, like, cult-like society by then that, you know, they didn't flee. They believed that whatever was coming was destined to happen. It's like, you know, those cults that just all drink the thing and lay down together, and they got to that stage as a society. I think some escaped, and there was chance for that to be brought out of. There was some forward movement, and then they went back again, and basically they just were at the stage by the time whatever it was that happened to them happened, that they just, this is the will of our gods or whatever. We're not going to fight it. Christine Thomas, I've missed that, but it looks like you've had an adventure with an opossum. What happened? I'm just going to go back. What have you got? Legendary bad behaved opossums around you, like the legendarily badly behaved raccoons in the White House. Yes, they ignored the silence and kept the priest's demands. Exactly. And the fact of the matter is that Lemuria, yes, they had abandoned that city by the time it got swallowed up by natural phenomena, and they've moved on and integrated into other societies, and basically were reborn as another prosperous society. I get an idea it may have been not Greece, because it's in the Indian Ocean, but maybe towards Greece or maybe Turkish? Not sure. No, not quite sure what happened. Anyway, so that's the Lemurians. Life into crystals, did they? The Pacific and the Indian Ocean. Let's see. So if it's between the Pacific and the Indian Ocean, oh my goodness, you're describing quite a bit of a chaotic time. Okay, Now, somebody else asked me something. Oh, I don't want to do the end of the earth. I'm not a catastrophe. Where is the Garden of Eden? Now, that is interesting. Where is the Garden of Eden? That's the highest truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me find insight. I got a picture flash into my mind of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So somewhere in Babylon, around the area where the Hanging Gardens of Babylon would have been. So let's have a look at that. Conflict and defeat. Well, that's pretty much rounds out what the Garden of Eden was about. It was a story of conflict and defeat. Conflict between man and woman, breaking the rules, being cast out by God. Conflict and defeat. And that actually pretty well foreshadows the human nature, isn't it? We are beings of conflict and trying to defeat others. Shadow. Yes, it casts a long shadow. Deception and envy. This came up again because there was that as well. Memories of love. Its actual physical location, it's very evocative of, brings out memories. It's very evocative of feelings of happiness with others and relationships, and you might start thinking about your relationships and having memories of those you've loved, either romantically or otherwise, and you feel like an increase in your spiritual essence, psyche, however your soul, wherever. Yeah, it gives you a feeling that you can triumph over anything that's coming while you're there. It's a physical sensation that it gives you. Spiritual union. So if you're there with a loved one, with a partner, or even with loved ones, you really feel a strengthening of your bond, your spiritual bond with people you love. But it is, yeah. But in heightening all this stuff, it can also lead to temptation. So you might think, oh, I'm going to do something, that you wouldn't normally do, or maybe a false feeling of I can defeat all my bad things, or all the things that are troubling me. So it's an area to be careful of. It's like you're hyped up on adrenaline, and you feel like you can defeat anything, and so you're going to take anything on, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But afterwards, it's sort of like coming down a bit. It's like if you leave, not immediately, but afterwards, you begin to feel this bit of a withdrawal. Like, oh, wow, where's that feeling gone? So it can be in a bit of an addictive place, I'd say. Fulfillment of wishes. If you go there and you make a wish, if you're there in that position, you make a wish, or it can offer you a way. It can, not if you go there and make a wish. If you go there, you seem to be able to see a way in which to make what you want to manifest come true. Emotional loss, yes, but once you leave, of course, there's that emotional withdrawal and that feeling of emotional loss. It's not necessarily immediately. Sacrifice. This is like the hangman. It's you. Some people will think, I'll do anything to get back to that place, and they're sort of like in limbo. They try so hard to hold on to the feeling they had from there that it can be damaging, and it can put pauses on relationships, and they feel like they're in limbo. So it can be that leads back to the 15, the devil card. So it's a great place, but if you're not careful, it can cause some damage. I found that really fascinating. I really, really did. Okay, my darlings. Einhorn and fairies. That's really interesting, Tiger. You obviously you know a lot on that. Fascinating reading your comments on it and stuff. I guess I am, when I look at something, did they exist? I think my whether it's in a spirit, if I get yes, they existed, whether or not they were aliens or they were light and they moved on, they were populations and communities, so they did exist. In what form? I don't know, but yeah. Oh, Yorkie's getting cool there. Yeah. Okay. I'll do one more. The monolith. The monolith. Let's do. I'll do the monolith, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up. So, what is that monolith? What is it? Oh, yes. We'll say, is it? And I'm going to do a couple of simple yes nos, and then if there's no answers to that, then I'll go back to the psychic tarot deck. "12-foot monolith." Yeah. What is that monolith? I've seen pictures of it. What is that monolith? Man-made. God's highest truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me delve into the issue to find information, clarity, and objectivity on the issue of this monolith. Is it man-made? Yes, it was a planned. It was a planned thing, so it is man-made. Is it an art installation? No. It was born out of heartbreak and sorrow. Is it a memorial? Yes, it's a memorial to an event. It's a memorial to a catastrophic event. But what or whatever, I don't know. So it's not an art installation. It was born out of heartbreak and sorrow. It's a memorial to an event. Will more information come out about it? No. The person who put it there, it was their way of expressing their heartbreak, their sorrow, and preserving the memories of what was lost with this event. And it's their burden. So they're not ready to share what it was about. The Emperor. The Emperor has no clothes. It was found in the Utah desert, was it? Yeah. Land art. Well, I suppose it is a land art in a way, but it's a memorial. Emperor. But heartbreak and betrayal by an emperor. Hermit. It's hidden. Its meaning is going to stay hidden until the person who put it there feels ready to come out and say what it is. Strength. The person who put it there finds great, gets a feeling from strength from it, and every time they go there, they feel strength and resolve. It is for something that someone is going to be called for to answer for. Ace of Pentacles. Offers. It's going to lead to offers for this person. Some people know who it is, but it's about loss and heartbreak and betrayal. Six of Pentacles. It is a cold metal monolith. You can beat against it, you can scream against it, and it's not going to be moved. The story behind it will be shared. I have an idea, but it's a group work as well. It's not just they were given some funding, and it's a group work between the person who funded it, the person who created it, the person who conceptualized it. It's a group of people, and it's about this catastrophic event. When I saw the heartbreak, and when I saw the Emperor, and when I saw being called forth, the king, the investigations, the sharing. This person here is handing out a little bit, but they're not even looking at the people. Oh, I've done my bit, but they can't even look at the people. I think it might be something to do with the children in cages. As a way of somebody expressing themselves, a group of people expressing themselves. If it's not NASA or anything, but to me it's a monument. The Australian Terrier could vacuum up any. Well, Whitby's half Australian Terrier, half Scotty. He's a vacuum. Yeah, he's a Hoover. So anyway, that monolith, I get the idea that it's a memorial. It might, I'm not certain on that. I just get, when I saw the Emperor and the heartbreak and betrayal, the rule of law broken, trust betrayed. There will be some answering for it. And it's like, well, we're doing what we can for them. We can't even look at them. It might have something to do with the children in cages. It's a memorial. You know, it's this cold, hard metal monolith that's standing in the middle of a dry desert in a ravine that should be full of water and hope, but it's not. I think it might be a memorial to that. It's a memorial to something, and it might be to the children in cages. But it will eventually come out what it's all about. But they're not ready. Whoever put it there isn't ready for that. Okay. That's what I get. I don't think it's anything supernatural. I do think it's a memorial. Okay, one last question. One last. What do I read on for this last bit? Anyone got an idea? Johnny Depp. What's in the future? Okay, I'll do a reading on Johnny Depp. It's sometimes I think we shouldn't be surprised. I don't know about Ramtha. We'll do this celebrity reading on Johnny Depp. I don't know who Ramtha is or what Ramtha is. I'll have to look it up. Okay, Johnny Depp. You know, people who, actors and people who are in that position, they're not all horrible people, or they're not all, but there are those who they become corrupt, or perhaps they always were corrupt. So Johnny Depp, what's happening with Johnny Depp? We'll do a cross on him. And that's going to be the last thing I do today, because I really do have to hop off. Okay. Oh, he's in for legal upheaval. Oh, he's certainly not at the end of his troubles. Yep, changes for him, and none of them have been good. His life has been upended to no end through this. And if he is, as what's come out, if he is the person that has come out during this process, his challenge is that everything that's come out is the truth. It's all true. That's the challenge for him. So it's no good changes coming to him, because everything that came out is the truth. He showed some of that. Contempt when bringing his dogs to Australia and not putting them in quarantine, you know. Oh, there's so much that has been hidden about him that's going to be coming to light. Amber Heard's not going to be the first person to come out with things. There's going to be other stuff coming out about him. So that's at the base of his reading. Yeah. All of this stuff from his past, it's turning all his future plans on end. All of the decisions he's made, it's all going to have to be for all of his plans, everything. It's, you know, there's going to be people, you know, abandoning him right and left. Yeah. Wow. He's selfish and mean. This is above it. His personality at its core is selfish and mean. Never mind helping others. Never mind about sharing. He's selfish and mean. Oh, he's in for a really, really anxious time. There's more going to come out. I don't think this is going to be the last case against him. Reap what you sow. This is in his environment. Reap what you sow, buddy. Your life's being assessed and you're coming up short. He is going to be out in the cold for a long, long time, isolated and out there, and he's not going to learn any of this. This is what people see. Someone who's going to be out in the cold for a very, very long time, and someone who they can't see learning from their mistakes. His hopes and fears. Oh, he's hoping to save his fortune, his legacy, everything he's built up, but he fears that he's not going to be able to. His outcomes. He might be trying to make some offers. This is him making offers, not offers being made to him. But also the gap in the hedge, which if any of you watch Lena Gott Rodriguez, she'll tell you is often representative of repeating past mistakes. Going to try and buy some people off, I think, to stop stories coming out. Ooh, this is not good. Restricted movement, possibly imprisonment. And he's put himself in that corner. He's going to be he's going to be made an offer and he doesn't want it, and he's going to reject it. And it's going to turn everything upside down for him again. Conflict, just lots and lots of conflict in his future. It's not looking good. He could even end up going to jail. So that's, no, I don't think he is going to learn his lesson, Tiger. Yeah. Okay, my darlings, thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Tiger, blessings, prayers to you and your family. If you are able to gather together, I'm sure you will all take the time to tell what you're thankful about. It would be a good time. You know, I'm sure if you are gathering together, you'll be able to share good memories and share what you were so thankful about for your little brother. And yeah, just you and Sam. Just blessings to you both. Okay, blessings to you both. I'm going to go before I get all emotional again. Stay well. Play the virtual hug game with your family. My hug, I'm sending you a virtual hug, and it is full of. Okay, love you all, and I'll talk to you again on Sunday.
unless something big happens, then I might hop on. So